In the previous lesson, we went through some of the awareness and consideration building tactics. In this lesson, we'll go through conversion triggering and loyalty building tactics. The first conversion triggering tactic we'll be discussing here will be hosting live social webinars. These are online events where the users can attend digitally. You can use them to teach or educate your users on topics and issues related to your industry, or even directly sell your products and services. If you do host a webinar, make sure you have a clear call to action. Tell them what they need to do to convert. Next, let's look at selling through live streams and stories. We went through the different stories and live features on Facebook and Instagram earlier in the course. You can use these features to sell directly to your followers. When they strike through your stories or attend your lives, you can present them with attractive offers to entice them to act quickly and make a purchase. If you want to sell through lives or stories, here are some tips. First, you need to include an easy and accessible way for them to make an order then and there. For stories, you can allow them to make a purchase through direct messages to you. And for lives, you can use a code word so that they can show their interest in the chat. Besides that, ensure you have the right equipment set up so that your live streams are high quality and able to last for the duration of an hour. You need to capture your audience attention. So be sure to regularly engage and banter with them. Of course, it helps to be interesting, humorous, and entertaining. Next, we have lead generation ads. If your conversions aren't purchases, you should focus on running lead gen ads to increase your conversions on social media. Best on Facebook and LinkedIn, make sure your ads provide some value to entice your audience to fill in their details. One of the best ways to grab attention is through the use of lead magnets, which brings me to the next tactic. Lead magnets are free resources offered in exchange for users' details. You want to turn them into a lead. It can be anything, an ebook, a guide, to free samples and free courses. When you offer something helpful to your users, they will be more willing to offer you their contact details in exchange. Now, let's look at fan offers. A great fan offer to use are time-limited promo codes. The time sensitivity will push your users to make the step to purchase. Stories are also good to feature these codes. You can use them and have a time limit of 24 hours. You can also put in countdown stickers to show your users so that when the offer ends, it adds to the sense of urgency. Finally, the last conversion tactic we'll look at would be tripwires and upsells. A tripwire is a low-cost product and service that you can use to quickly get a customer. It can be a sample set or a kit, for instance. Now, once they make their purchases, they will end up in your funnel and you can upsell them higher value products or services through targeted ads or email marketing. Now, let's look at some loyalty building tactics. First, let's discuss sharing customer stories. When a customer posts a story about your business and tags your social media handle, you should reshare that same story onto your own profile story. When you do so, it makes your customers feel more valued, and it also helps to attract other followers to post their own stories. Now, whenever a customer posts about your business, be sure to directly message them. Tell them thank you. Encourage them also to post positive reviews on websites like Google Reviews or Klook and TripAdvisor. Finally, keep all of these customer stories in a dedicated highlights tab on your Instagram so that users who come across your profile will view your brand more favorably. Next, we have nurturing customer advocates. Now, these are your biggest fans and most loyal customers. You should nurture their loyalty. Feature them on your page, whether it's on your stories or a newsfeed post. You can even write a case study about them to really shine the spotlight on them. In a similar vein, you should also consider posting employee stories. They are your most important advocates. So showcase them and humanize your brand by showing your followers who exactly are these so important people behind their favorite products and services. You should also get your employees to share your posts and stories on their own accounts. Now, let's look at working with influencers. We went through this extensively earlier in the course, so use that knowledge to start partnerships with notable influencers in your niche. Consider working with them on a giveaway, either paid or in kind. depending on your requirements. Do track the performance of your influencer campaigns. Lastly, when building loyalty, you need to have excellent customer service skills. You need to respond to your customers quickly and address their concerns thoroughly. Even the biggest and most well-known brands out there have trouble resolving their customer complaints on social media. Don't be like them. Ensure that you have enough manpower dedicated to addressing your customer needs. With that, we move on to the topic of the next lesson, managing online feedback using the FIERCE framework.